Hello everyone, this is Serious Trivia. Welcome back to another Mandate of Heaven preview video. Today we'll be covering Zhang Liang, the General of the People. Now Zhang Liang here is a veteran. He gains plus 10 fervor from characters, much like his two other brothers. What's unique about him is that he's a defensive general, so he gains plus 8% attrition to hostile forces faction-wide and enables scare. So we see here on the map that he starts out along his two brothers, but he is on the southernmost front next to all the Han enemies, which gives him starting situation of hard. But it also fits his playstyle, because if you look at his faction specialization of Zeal, this is the same resource that's shared between Zhang Jiao, Zhang Liang, and Zhang Bao. But what's unique about it for Zhang Liang is that it increases his damage when defending, and you can gain additional zeal through defensive battles, and it decays over time, much like the resource for the other two brothers. So your playstyle focus really is on defense. This is actually quite interesting, which I think makes Zhang Liang an excellent candidate to do a co-op campaign. You can pick any of the other brothers plus Zhang Liang for 2 players, and one of the players would just be responsible for defending the land. Someone could take and then trade it away to Zhang Liang, and Zhang Liang can hold, and you can fully utilize the Zeo resource much better. When playing as a single player campaign, it could be a little bit boring because you're trying to take advantage of your playstyle. Then you'll just be sitting there waiting for the Han forces to come attack you. It's just a little more passive playstyle. His unique features are 2 unique units here in the Tyrant Slayer and the Gallants of the People. Both of these are available to all generals, level 3 for the Gallant of the People and level 6 for Tyrant Slayers. These Gallants of the People are excellent spear infantry with a shield, so there is some range block chance to it. It's good against cavalry, has good armor, good morale, also encourages nearby troop. It's really an all-around unit you want to have in your army. And the Tyrant Slayers are a very special unit. In this DLC, a lot of the units will get unique abilities, passive boost. We already seen it in some of our other factions. For example, in Lu Zhi's faction, they have a cavalry unit that has splash damage. Here, the Tyrant Slayers have an extra damage bonus against enemy generals, and we're going to see that in the game. We also have a unique assignment called Incite the People. It increases enemy attrition in your own territory. It decreases their campaign movement while in your local commandery, as well as their supply. So it's kind of playing into that defensive theme where you bog down the enemy within your territory, making them harder to move, making them lose more supply, and increasing their attrition once they run out of supply. But the downside of this assignment is that you're going to hurt your own public population growth, as well as damage your relationship with the Han Empire factions. That's not so important. The population growth might hurt a bit if you're going for a peasantry focused economy, but if you end up going other sources, or you just don't worry too much about your economy, it should be fine. Because you're on defense, you might not need to field full armies, because there's always going to be a defensive garrison in the city, and you have a countermeasure against enemy generals, so you don't necessarily need to match the number of generals the enemy have to have a successful defense. Anyways, we're going to be jumping into the game. We're going to be playing this again on Legendary in 40 minutes, and we're going to hop right in. Alrighty, we're loaded up in here. We are the General of the People. As the youngest of your 3 brothers, you have always had a lot to prove. From an early age, you saw yourself as the guardian of your family, keeping your brothers safe from harm. Your eldest brother, Zhang Jiao, has now begun his quest to free the land from tyranny, and you have taken up arms with him. So unite with your brothers to defeat the Han. Build carefully, for enemies surround you. Okay. And our first mission once again is to defeat Shen Shi, and we get 5 zeal as well as 5,000 gold. That's quite a lot of money for our first mission. And before we start fighting, we can take a look at the map. So it seems like we're destined to take the town of Ye over here, which is nice. It's a nice town. It's a little small right now. We got to build it up a bit. We might have ability to take this as well. We do start off right next to Lu Zhi, and even before the rebellion start in 184, we're already at war with them. So we gotta watch out for them. They do have excellent cavalry units that we mentioned before with splash damage, and the excellent frontline unbreakable spear unit that we have to kill fully. Now we're not going to be overly aggressive against them. The goal is still to play a defensive style, much like the game designs for us. Here's our Tyrant Slayer. We start out with one of these. There's the unique passive ability that increases your base melee damage and melee armor piercing damage against enemy generals by 300% each. This is very, very strong. My generals, when playing as the Lu Zhi preview, got wiped out by these, so definitely need to be careful against these. And when we have them, definitely try to have your cavalry run up to enemy generals to wipe them out. Immune to scare, disciplined, immune to shooting, very excellent unit. Very, very high charge as well. 292 is no joke. Good morale. Overall, excellent unit. Just have no missile defense, so keep them out of harm's way until you get a clear shot against enemy generals. And then after you kill the general, you can recharge the enemy front line. And your front line is the gallant of the people. Look at that morale, 82 points. 55% armor, 45% range block chance. The typical 27-23 combination, same as the spear guard. You have a little bit higher charge damage compared to spear guard, almost double the spear guard morale, and definitely more armor as well. So these are excellent frontline units with encourage as well. So nearby allies will also receive a bonus just by you being there. And that's pretty much our unique unit situation. We do start out with a few ancillary items. We're going to pop that on. Overseer, give us a little bit of extra range. You are a veteran, so you do have access to siege weapons once you get the reform. Once again, Yellow Turbans need to research a couple turns before they can get access to siege weapons. I usually dash right for those. We'll give him... I'm not sure if we want him to be fighting for us. But he's the only one with range units right now, so we're going to give him the cunning stat. We have Bo Cai, Marshal of Men. The bonus here is just -1 mustering turn. Now, Bo Cai was a pretty successful Yellow Turban general in the beginning. In the early stages of the rebellion, Bo Cai was very, very close to the capital. He was about here in Yinchuan, and he won his first battle, took a city, and then started marching towards the capital. But because most Yellow Turbans are not experienced generals, most of them come from very lower class, he had no experience on setting up encampments. And what happened was he had this long string of straw, basically he made straw houses to house his troops, and he left it quite exposed, not being very disciplined in how they encamped as they moved. That gave an opportunity for Huang Fusong here to lead a fire raid against his troops, and it pretty much wiped out Bo Cai's units, so his success was short-lived. But still, one of the few success cases in the early stages of the Yellow Turban Rebellion. After all, the rebellion only lasted, at least the initial phase, only lasted about 10 months, so successes early on was rare. This is just a generic general. Ooh, our roster is huge. Okay, not complaining. Generals are very useful. Let's see if we have any other semi-unique generals. Okay, White Wave veteran, Han Xian. I don't know Han Xian off the top of my head, but I do know White Wave veterans. We talked about this. The Yellow Turbans have many different factions within them as well. Different units give themselves different nicknames. Zhang Liang was a member of the Yellow Turban, and his group was called the Black Mountain. I guess Han Xian here would be the group that called themselves the White Wave. And then there's other group that called them Huang Long or Yellow Dragons. Basically, you had these separate specialized groups. So this would be one such group. And in the base game before this DLC, when we saw the first pre-order bonus Yellow Turban DLC. I guess that's also Yellow Turban DLC. You had a lot of wide wave units in that expansion pack. So this is a reference to that. That's a generic. The turtle. Ah, Zhao Hong. Okay. So Zhao Hong is slightly later on his role in the Yellow Turban Rebellion. The bonus is plus 10 morale when defending. I guess it fits his name. I'm not sure how this plays into his role in history. Because what I know of Zhao Hong is that he was a lieutenant under Zhang Mancheng, who should start out over here. Yep. Zhang Mancheng, Scourge of Nanyang. Zhang Mancheng was the early commander here in Nanyang for Yellow Turbans. Wasn't too successful. He got killed pretty much right away after the start of the rebellion. And after he died, Zhao Hong here took over. And didn't have much success either. It's a little sad. A lot of Yellow Turban groups around the capital, but none of them actually made it to the capital. The fact that the rebellion had to start early because of a defection in the capital kind of ruined the plan. If they had maybe another 2 weeks to prepare for the scheduled March 5th assault on the capital, maybe things would have been different. Otherwise, let's see. Do we start with any other unique generals? No. Okay, that's still a lot. We have 1, 2, 3. That's more than Zhang Jiao. And I think we'll also get one more. Zhang Jiao got Zhang Kai, and Zhang Bao here I see has Pei Yuanshe already. So we should get... Who's the third one? Who's the guy... Oh, we should get He Man then. If that's the theory holds, that each of us will get one of the unique, semi-unique generals from the base expansion. If they got Gongdu's general and they're getting Huang Shao's general, we should be getting He Yi's general. Let's see if that actually happens here. We already seen Zio when we talked about Zhang Jiao, so we're going to skip out on that. Basically, this decays every turn, 7 points for each brother. Oh, but for us, okay, let's talk about this. For us, we get 10% damage from all forces when defending, and plus 25% income from peasantry. Zhang Jiao's is plus 20% replenishment, or 25% replenishment, something really ridiculous. Just super high replenishment rate for Zhang Jiao. For us, it's all about getting defensive bonuses when we're fighting defensive battles. But we're not going to start out with a defensive battle. We're going to start out with an offensive battle here. So let's get this started. We can definitely check out our units. So let's jump into the battle real quick. Alright, we're loaded up in here. We have guerrilla deployment on these units. Good for them. But we really just want to showcase our special units here. We're going to put them in the front. We're going to let them come closer to us. We're going to use our archers to kill the G militia, and then we're going to try to isolate the enemy general so we can actually see our tyrant slayers in action. Do we have any... we didn't look at his skill tree, but we'll take a look at this once we leave the battle. It seems like 2 passive buffs. Plus morale, plus armor, when health below 20%. Okay, so near death bonus. That can only be used once. Sure. And Way of War. So this is kind of like Tenacity of Steel, except for this increases melee evasion and armor piercing damage. So I guess we'll make sure we give him a weapon that specializes in armor piercing damage. Other than that, let's see. What else do we have? We do have Disorient, which could work to our favor. We might use him to help isolate the enemy general, because we can disorient some troops to make sure they're immobilized. He also has recovery, so he can run around a little bit without worry about getting killed. We'll put these guys in reserve. I don't plan on using them that much. We're going to just let them take care of things. We got to find the enemy first. They're going to be a little bit farther away. We'll try to look for them, but I don't want to go into the forest either. So hopefully they'll see us and we'll see them. And then we'll spend this little bit of time to talk a little bit about lore. A lot of you guys have been asking me for lore about the Yellow Turban brothers. Now the truth is there's not too much to say about the brothers. Most of the records about the brothers are about their rebellion and the few years before the rebellion, and almost all of it covers Zhang Jiao. Zhang Liang and Zhang Bao really gets no shine. Their older brother and the leader of the Yellow Turban pretty much gets all the historical records. Now, but what we know is that these three brothers were active in this northern part of China starting in the 160s. So more than 10 years before the start of this DLC. And what they did was they were basically priests, right? They were preachers. They were preaching a religion called Taiping Dao. Taiping meaning peace, and Dao meaning the way, like Taoism. So it's basically the way of the great peace, I guess is one way you can look at it. And what they were trying to do was they used literature that was already available. They didn't write the scriptures. It was a very popular scripture around the time already for Taoism. And what they did was basically they tried to utilize the situation that the Han Empire was in, which was a lot of chaos and a lot of displaced population. By displaced population, most of the displaced population resulted from a lot of war in the Liang province, because there was a lot of conscription going on, there was a lot of corruption going on. Alright, I really want to isolate him. Gonna pull these guys back. I kind of want to see. We'll go back to the lore real quick later. Want to see him get killed by these guys. So we do 92, but triple damage against him. So 210, 270, 270. So we actually hurt more than he does. We have more damage than he does. Alright, can we pull you guys back? Attack speed 22. Our attack speed is 20. So we're a little slower in terms of attack speed, but we do more damage. He has more health, obviously. Well, actually, no, he doesn't have more health. We have more health. We have more health in total, but he has more health per unit, right? We have 30 unit with more health than him. So he's still hurting us a little bit. There we go. That was not bad. We lost 4 units, and we took him down to the point where he routed. Alright, we'll keep running him back. He's an easy kite. He has recovery as well, so I have no worry about him. Nice. Alright, so now we just let these guys go to work, and we'll go back to our lore. So they were preaching this religious idea, and Taoism wasn't really viewed as a religion. It was basically a school of thought about harmony with nature. The 5 elements was a big part of Taoism. The polarity of things, right? You see the symbol of Taoism is the yin-yang symbol, which is basically white and black, representing 2 extremes, and how the duality of existence work. All that big heavy stuff. But regardless, let's claim victory here. We'll continue after we get out. Alright, nice easy win. Right, so we're talking about duality, and basically there's action, reaction, all that religious stuff and philosophy stuff. And the key thing is they used those texts and they kind of created basically a sect of Taoism, where they were theories of saying that there's someone in heaven that's always looking at your deed, judging you, increasing your life on earth if you do good deed, and decreasing your life if you do bad deed. And if you want your bad deed forgiven, all you had to do is bow down to Zhang Jiao and ask for forgiveness. So it was kind of like a confession system, and that Zhang Jiao was the messenger of God, essentially. So you had to basically confess to him about your crimes if you want to extend your life on earth if you committed any sin. And to gain followers, one of their best ways is that they practice medicine. They use traditional medicine and also a lot of superstitious stuff added in, where they would create these holy water. Well, first let's continue. We got to take a town first. By holy water, what they did is they take this piece of paper and they would write scriptures on it, and then they will burn the paper and wave the paper over bowls of water and let the ash of the paper fall into those bowls of water, and they become holy water. It's basically they bless the water, and then they ask the followers who are sick to drink it. And if you get healed, the water did its job. And if you didn't heal, what they would say is that it's because you're not a true believer, so the water didn't work on you. And obviously there's people who are going to recover from their sickness, but they become more devout because of that. Let's take this town first. We're just going to delegate this fight. I trust the low, even though it rarely is low. Ah, 69, not bad. Good number too. And 110 zeal. Okay, we can't gain any additional zeal through casualties like Zhang Jiao or through killing enemies like Zhang Bao. We just have to wait for defensive battles. But we still have the same occupy and aid the wounded that Zhang Jiao has. I think it's the same for all yellow turbans, where you automatically gain 100 points of faction support. And you also get a population increase in the commander as well. So we got our first piece of land, and Mandate of Heaven is summoned. The rebellion's not started yet. This is just saying that you guys are having this idea now, and you get the early missions that I think is the same as the one Zhang Jiao gets. You get a powerful equipment. This is probably a weapon. Once you take the entirety of Taiyuan to the west. This is probably the easiest for Zhang Bao to do. Ensure the following building has been constructing a large city. 20 turns of minus 20% construction cost and -1 construction time. That's a strong bonus. Well, they're trying to make you build up for defense. This is a unique mission for the faction. And destroy the falling General Lu Zhi. Oh, they want us to fight them early. Then we get Huang Shao to join the rebellion. This should be a choice mission between asking Huang Shao to spawn where he usually spawns next to Dong, or having him join your faction right away. Huang Shao does have that unique skill that boosts range units that we abuse so much in our Huang Shao campaign. So definitely interested if we have the option to grab him into our faction. And then this one's the same. 5,000 gold for taking the farmland, Anping farmland, which should be taken next turn, and Zhongshan livestock farm, which should be taken soon too by Zhang Bao or Zhang Jiao. We just have to focus on this one right here. We just have a small town. If we want to get it all the way up to a large city, we have to go quite a few ways. 1, 2, 3 upgrades. And a lot of food, 6 food. So we have a farming building here already. We can probably just build the farming house to complement it. But most times I like to build the forge first as Yellow Turban. It gives you a decent amount of income and also gives you very valuable 10% replenishment. And you can upgrade this very easily for 20%. So I'm actually going to go this route first. You could also wait a turn if you wanted to for a discount. Yellow Turbans have very powerful developmental planning for a 25% discount. We can also attract talent, even though I think our roster is quite big right now. We can probably just do this and upgrade our town next turn. So let's throw Zhang Bo in here. He's also Zhao Bo, he's the only one with this ability. So let's grab this one. Alrighty. We can pick a reform as well. We have a research rate, so we can start out from turn 1. I'm going to do the same thing I did for my Zhang Jiao campaign. I'm going to dive straight for trebuchets. It will take total of 10 turns, so get started early. And we will maybe alter our unit composition a little bit. We have 2 veterans in the army. We could use a healer. But Botai is pretty good, so maybe we won't replace him. He also has recovery already. He has the very standard veteran skill tree. Let's see our unique skill tree on our general here. Lord of the People we already saw. It's a game-changing below 20 health boost for nearby units. So you kind of want to injure yourself pretty hard to activate this. It's less extreme than Zhang Jiao's, where you actually have to kill yourself to get the bonus. Once again, just like Zhang Jiao, Tranquility doesn't grant healing. I think it's because we have this ability here that requires us to be low health. Way of War, we mentioned, it's kind of like Dynasty of Steel. Just make us more durable during long fights. And if we want extra damage, we want to pick a weapon with heavy focus on armor piercing damage. The Great Axe here is a good example of that. This one might be also a good example of that. Maybe Spear's better, a little less damage but faster attack rate. Well, never mind, we'll keep the axe. It doesn't really matter that much. And our third one, Temper Defection, this is the same. This is it's an old skill. The good news is we can actually get Reach on Zhang Liang, and we can also get Unbreakable and Flexibility. He has some quite good skills here. Right, we can get Reach on the very next level. Focus for range damage. Fire arrows. Range armor piercing damage. Ooh, Effortless Flow. His skills are amazing. Wow. I really like his skill tree. He has Brave, which 12 points of resolve never hurt anyone. Morale never hurt when we're on defense. Understanding is great. Solitude. Okay. So these two are so-so, but not bad skills, traits. So at end of our first turn, we could try to figure out how we're going to use our army here to defeat Lu Zhi over there. I feel like these units are out. We should replace them with spear gains. Spearman gains. And maybe he can do that. I like how the new Spearman gains is available on all 3 classes, so everyone can be the front line. And it used to be different that way. It used to be you have to kind of make choices here on your veterans, whether they go range or they go... well, this is a brewer. Brewers, I remember, are decent range units. Yeah, we're going to make him our frontline unit here. So we're going to swap his unit out. We need some frontline anti-cavalry if we want to beat Lu Zhi. So we're actually going to spend a bunch of gold. I guess we're going to go hunting right away before he gets any stronger. So someone said poachers have poison arrows, and that's what make them... I guess better than these archer gain in terms of why they are... Wait, that doesn't make sense now. Now it's cheaper. I clearly remember we made the point that they have more upkeep costs. But it doesn't say they have poison arrows. Our instinct's not that high. Our cunning's not that high. Cunning's pretty high for him. We're going to swap this out for a Poacher just so I can check it out. Okay, we'll wait till... Yeah. Does it say? It just says ignore ground type. There's no penalty by terrain and guerrilla deployment. It doesn't say poison arrows. It just says they know the land. Right, I don't think they have poison arrows. I think they just have no terrain disadvantages, which I guess is good. Over here, we're going to swap these to archer gains. We have 2,000 gold left. We're gaining 160. So let's just recruit a full army. Or we can save 2 slots for siege weapons. But we probably want siege weapons here. Yeah, we'll figure things out. We can leave 2 slots open. Alright, I think that's it. Let's continue. Everyone's really mad at us, as expected on legendary difficulty. What you want to do is you want to take a look at their first skill here. You want to look for scholars that are potters. We don't have one. Oh, well, brewers work too. -1 construction time. So this is going to be very good to have on the field. Is he a potter? No, he's also a brewer. So he also has -1 construction time. So what you want to do is like raise another army, and you want to summon him out. And just the fact that he's here will give you an additional construction discount in this commandery. So just something else to consider. That's about it. Let's continue to next turn. All right, turn 2. Nothing really going on. We finished the forge, so that should help us replenish faster as well. We're gonna wait just one more turn. We're gonna give Lu Zhi one more turn to build up a force before we start attacking him. We're gonna try to wipe him out and also take over this farmland, which is no rush. Not gonna expect an army to spawn over here. We are gonna use our money to build this, or we can build this first. We don't really need to have him on the field right now because if you see, it's ready 1 turn. We're not really gonna save much either way. This is probably better right now. I really wish we had more money to do this, so we're gonna wait for more cash. Let's just quickly get to turn 3. Alrighty, another very peaceful turn. We can start moving out now. We can easily grab this farmland. Our brother is ready. Oh, he's gonna grab this farmland. That's fine. We'll let him have it. We'll defend the town. We'll get the more frontier Henei to defend. We're just gonna delegate this fight. Alright, 21. This is very good. Alright, now we just have to find where his armed forces is and beat him. I'm not in a rush to upgrade this. We're going to use our money here. See, the turn went up because they left. Because I think we had 2 people with this skill, resolution. Oh, we just had 1. Interesting. Well, what we can do... Well, but if we recruit him, we actually don't have enough money to build anymore. That's a bummer. Well, we're going to get this done first. 3 turns. Yeah, he'll still be able to build something afterward. So that's perfect. Nothing else to do. Let's continue. Actually seeing our brother take this piece of land reminded me. We could have started a trade deal on turn 2 after our brother got territory. Oh, no? Did they trade with each other and abandon us? Oh, no. So please remember to trade on turn 2 before your brothers trade with each other and abandon you. Always the youngest brother. Poor guy. We're going to head over here and threaten to take him out. Hopefully our brother will come help us. I think we can actually ask him to target with us. Oh, we can't. Oh, actually, they're at war with Lu Zhi too. No, they're not. Okay, we're going to ask them to help us fight them. He doesn't want to. Oh my god. Our brother. It's okay. We don't technically need his help. It's just that it would be nice to have our brother help us. I understand. They don't want to trade with us. They don't want to be part of anything. Alright, let's see. We'll give some items over just randomly right now. I guess he gets some expertise. He gets some resolve. We don't have any other item. We're just preparing ourselves for the big fight. We don't have any better weapons either. Okay, let's continue and get this fighting started. Most of our guys are dying of lack of purpose. We need to start recruiting a few guys out. I want to keep him, so we're going to recruit him first. But we're 1 gold short, so much for that plan. Let's just continue then. Alright, we learned our first reform. They also captured, I think Zhang Liang captured Zhongshan, so we got 5,000 gold here. That's very good. We can actually pick up a few generals. So here, our strategy is to siege. If we lay siege to it, what happens is that they'll be forced to come out to fight us, and if they come out to fight us, we'll be defending, and then we'll get our bonus. So continue siege. And also stop them from replenishing. They have a few troops that are not ready. I'm glad that the unit they pick is some infantry here for archers. These are easy pickings for our generals. And with our new gold, we can finally summon some of these guys on the field. He will be a great help to the project of building here, because he provides a passive boost of -1 construction time, as we mentioned. Let's pick who else we want to keep long term, because those are the people we want to summon. He is a white wave veteran, so he's a semi-unique background with extra stats. We should probably keep him. He has terrible traits, but he's a potter, so he gets insight. It's basically probably Ma Xiang or Zhao. Well, Zhao Hong we're keeping. So he's probably leaving us. I don't think I need to keep him. Tactician. Yeah, I don't think that's useful here. I tend to keep most... Well, actually, Ryder is one of the few bad ones. So I don't care about him. Monk. I'm gonna pick him up because he has heal already. I don't want him to leave us. And he can actually help defend this city. And the last guy we're gonna pick is him, just because he's a white wave veteran. There we go. And then one more turn till we can put a build order in. And over here we're just waiting for them to come out and attack us. And we can pick our siege weapon reform. Yeah, we're keeping this pretty underdeveloped right now. It should be fine right now because we're not at 184 yet. Only Lu Zhi is at war with us. So let's continue. Right, so now he's coming out to attack us with the city garrisons, a big force. But now we're defending, so we get all our nice bonuses to our attack and morale. So let's jump in here. Alright, we're loaded up in here. These poachers have guerrilla deployment. Good for them, but we're going to be just facing them off from the front. They're attacking us, so we have no rush. We got to protect ourselves from their very strong cavalry unit with splash damage. We're going to put these on each side because they have the encourage ability. You see the circle. Everyone inside get extra morale. We're going to just put the rest. We're going to have a very wide front. And we can adjust this front after they engage us. And they will keep our archers safe. And we're going to keep our cavalry on the side. We don't want them to get hit by enemy archers. We're going to have them come out, basically pick off enemy generals. We'll hold the line. We'll give. We can probably get a duel with him. He doesn't have a good weapon yet, but once we do, he should be pretty strong. He can kite. He can go charge out because he has recovery now. We're going to run him back. He's just going to provide a passive boost. Well, it's for himself. Doesn't really do much. So he's just hanging out in the back. Alright, let's start. Alright, while they come towards us, we can continue to talk about our lore. So what happened after they started this religious group is that it attracted a lot of the poor, it attracted a lot of the sick, and a lot of the displaced populations. So Tao Tian's faction specialization of displaced population was a real big deal in China around this time, because the Liang region was basically ravaged in the 160s. So a lot of conscription was needed to go to join the war effort out west. And a lot of people who didn't want to be conscripted basically left their home and became these displaced refugees. And the other issue was because the war was also expensive out west, a lot of taxes was raised, and didn't help that the emperor was very greedy. So you had all these corrupt officials who was basically making life hard for the farmers. So instead of farming and paying these outrageous taxes, a lot of people just abandoned their land and left. So we had heavy displaced population, and they obviously were drawn to this new flashy religious teaching led by Zhang Liang. So things were going well for them for a few years in the north, and it got to a point where Zhang Liang became comfortable with the organization that they were forming essentially. So he sent out 8 students to travel the land to spread their teachings, and it kind of spread out pretty much almost 2/3 of China. In the south, you had the Jin province and the Yang province who followed up the teaching. Out west, it even reached the Yi province. There were some ill turbans in that region as well. It was not popular in the Liang province. There are some provinces that didn't really reach, but majority of China had some influence in it, and most of it's lower class. But eventually, even some government officials bought into the picture as well. And Zhang Liang knew that they needed to organize. So the ability for them to form political organizations sort of was very effective, where they formed what's called a square. Each square have between 6,000 to 10,000 followers, and there were 36 squares in total. And Zhang Liang had different people basically were responsible with recruiting and managing these squares. So they were a very well-oiled organization in terms of how it was organized. These guys are trying to come to our cavalry over to the side. Where is our... Oh, it's right here. We're going to run to this. We're going to loop around and focus fire down on the enemy archers. I want to get a clean shot of Huang Fusong when we get a chance. Yeah, so Zhang Liang and them were not dumb. They knew they had no chance against the standard Han army. So they had a huge plan of surprising the capital, basically. They wanted to surprise attack the capital, like we said, in the year 184. And that plan failed, so that kind of spelled doomed, because even Zhang Liang knew that they were not going to be a match against the standard Han army. We could have him charge over here, but there's no rush. Gotta wait till the cavalry commit themselves. Alright, we're gonna get stormed by that cavalry unit. We're gonna come back. Actually, we can charge this one. Alright, that cavalry is not interested in us. Gotta protect our flank a little bit. Alright, that cavalry's after us too. Alright, their cavalry kind of disappeared from this side. We can... These veterans are very useful. Whenever you see them charging, like, say, some exposed units, you can just stop them in their track and kind of stop their charge. Alright, they're out of ammo. We have shield spearmen, just not worried about this at all. Alright, charge this. We're just containing the battlefield. There's more coming. Alright, we'll let them kill some archers for a little bit. We can actually have him fight a little bit. Maybe, oh, there's a charge that we didn't stop, that we could have stopped. Right, now we're getting picked off by other archers. Kind of want to preserve these guys to kill generals. Ooh. Getting wedge charged. Nope. Decline. Try to kill him. Please charge us. These guys are what I'm worried about. Ooh. They actually lost. Alright, come help. I'm not paying you to stand here. Alright, all these units coming. What we're going to do is we're going to just stall them real quick so we don't get swarm. Can we stop? There we go. Let's stop that. And then we're going to come here and flank. Where's our cavalry? Yeah, that spear unit stopped us. But we knocked him out. Look at that. Here, go kill the archers. Bought us a little bit of time, but they're coming. Yeah, the archers picked them off. It's annoying. Alright, these are the splash cavalry. Just gotta wipe that out quickly. Oh, he recovered. Let's kill him. Let's kill Lu Zhi as well. We'll hunt down the generals. Right, so I think we're fine. Just a lot of units to go through, but once we hunt down the generals, we should be pretty easy for the rest. Oh, they recovered. Let's see if we can get a charge here. So yeah, basically, Zhang Jiao's plan was hinged entirely on surprising the capital in a surprise offense on March 5th of 184. And when that plan failed, they kind of didn't really have a backup plan. And the initial surprise was good, but very soon after, basically the Han army retaliated, and it was over pretty quickly. And also didn't help that Zhang Jiao died of sickness, despite being a renowned healer of holy water, 6 months into the rebellion. So Zhang Jiao died first, and then Zhang Liang, the character we're playing right now, died second. And then Zhang Bao died last, defending the last stronghold in the north. So we're kind of playing it in the order that they died. We want to keep this unit alive because they do have encourage. Why can't we kill Huang Fusong? These guys just won't die. Destroy our treasury. These guys are strong. I don't want to get charged again, so we're going to charge them. Bad idea. Bad idea. Always stay braced. We just these generals just won't die. Alright, we lost this part. I don't know if we can hold on here. We might need to send a general back. Alright, we need generals. I do want to kill Huang Fusong though. Ah, never mind. He's not going to rally back. We need all the men we can get. Alright, come back. Rally here. Yeah, these guys are amazing. Look how long they're holding with their morale. There's like 7 units left and they're still fighting. They clearly lost this, but don't tell them that. No, stay here. They need the encourage or else we're gonna all die. We're surrounded by archers. We can't kill archers. I mean, they're done shooting, so I guess they're just standard saber units now. These aren't standard saber units. These still have ammo. Not good. I think the solution is to kill Luzhi. Because even if we free up this guy, there's only a few units left. He's going to cause more morale damage. Alright. They have also they're unbreakable units. That's why we can't kill them. These guys also fight to the death. Can you rout? Alright, we need you back. Alright, he routed. Let's see if we can kill these last 6 defender of the empire. There's 19 here. Yeah, unbreakable spear unit, splash damage, cavalry. Not fair. We just have to kill them. Alright, run back. I mean, we have the strong generals now. I know we'll win this, but the casualty count is heavy. Well, but I guess on the flip side, Luzhi is wiped out. They will still have the defensive garrison that we have to go through. Right. So that means we actually do need to chase. Gotta kill every single one of these stubborn, unbreakable units. There we go. 9 left. Oh my god. 94? Where did this guy come from? Oh wow. The solution is kill Luzhi. Can we wipe him out? No, hang in there, hang in there. We got help. There we go. Alright, hunt down archers. Our guys are also very strong. Stubborn, high morale units. Come on. We just mentioned high morale and it's not working anymore. Gotta recharge. Guess we haven't won yet. Come on, Zhang Liang. There we go. Turn the tide. Alright, I think we finally won. Alright, I'm definitely gonna chase for a bit because we have a siege fight after this. So see you guys at the end. Alrighty, we finally put out of that fight. We weren't able to chase down everyone, and Lu Zhi being resilient means he's bounced back. 30 zeal for defensive fights. Alright, that's not bad. They're both low health, that's good. We wiped out pretty much all the units. This one's gone, there's 0 left. Just the captain bar will never read out. 9 units here, not that bad. More archers than I wanted. And this guy is still on the field. Ooh, we captured one. Gao Yu. He does have an item, so we might as well kill him. But if we kill him, what happens is that he'll have another general replace him. Right. But I really want the item. We will need replenishment for this. Oh, Liu Chong has declared war on us. He's right over here. Alright, a duel. Oh, wow. So we wounded him through an event. We wounded an enemy general through an event. That's amazing. Alright, we got a few items here. Yeah, they recruited a new general to replace him. See, if we had released him, he would have no health, basically. But she has Urya. This is the first official Chinese dictionary. But she also don't have her skills picked yet. We want to kill her and get this. So we knocked out both generals. So this is our opportunity. This turn is it. Because next turn, they come back full health. We can't have that. We're going to give our items away so that they're stronger. And we're going to have our offensive battle here. I'm just going to delegate this fight. But we could see siege towers in action. Yeah, I actually haven't seen siege towers yet. We have no siege weapons, so this is our only way into the city. Alright guys, it would be a shame if we don't show it, so even though we'll take more casualties, we'll try it. Alrighty, we're loaded up in here. It's a port city, so one side is not wall. We have to pick a place to launch our siege towers. Now the fact that it's zigzag wall is actually stronger because the towers can cover each other, but these two are burned down from one turn of sieging, so lucky us. I think we found our corner. It's basically going to be a frontal attack. Right, if we attack here, these towers won't bother us, and we only have to deal with basically this one if we just narrowly attack this point. And we get to see this thing for the first time. are not filled up because our unit's severely injured. But this tower, once latched on, will be a portable teleport device onto the wall. I don't want to have this unit inside though. This unit is too valuable for us. We don't want it to die or be the first one on the lander. We're going to put them in. Can we put multiple one? No, we can't. It'd be better if you can put multiple one as long as the sum doesn't go over one unit. That'd be more interesting. These guys will just stay behind. And then we'll have our range units stay behind as well. We're going to have to use our generals a lot here because our units, if you look at it, we really don't have many men left. But neither do they, so let's see how this works. Alright. Oh, we're going to kind of see how it works. I want to latch on to right here. That's our route. They do have a few archers left, and this fort tower is basically strong enough to wipe out all our units. That much I know for sure. So we want to get this thing closer. I want to get it to absorb enemy shots. It's not firing at us. Right, it's not getting... Oh, it is getting hit. I see arrows. Right, it's coming. So now we can move up the rest of our unit. We do have fire arrows, so we could go shoot this down actually. Right, let's call these guys 2. Let's call these guys 1. I need the enemy archers to commit first, or else they can shoot down our units as they go shoot the tower. Generals, get ready. These guys move up slower. The archers don't shoot at siege weapons, huh? That's pretty smart. But the gate is shooting at it. Alright, if we knock down the gate, we'll be okay. Come on, let's burn it down, burn it down. 30, 50. We just need it to be over 50. Alright, we're good. We'll pull them back. Alright, line them up. Follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up. Alright, we're about to land. Everyone get moving. We're gonna need to dismount. We're gonna need our generals on the walls. Alright, our guys are on. Look at that. Fight. Enter. 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 You're useless for this fight. Hide in the back until we open the door for you. They can just fire. We're gonna get all 3 of our generals to dismount. Also, look at that. Look at that. Alright, we're gonna stay on the wall first. We're not gonna leave the wall. Everyone will go fight these. We need our generals to get there. We'll try to kill the cavalry with our archers. Alright, can we get this? Generals? We're gonna have them line up here just to clear some room out. He can stay with this group. Our generals are not climbing yet. They're still... This one's stuck in between the wheels. Come on. Alright, Wang is the first one on. Charge! Alright, clear the way for your generals. Alright, we're trying to kill these strong splash damage cavalry with our archers.
让他们见识你的力量，无有。
Alright, charge. Taking your sweet time, Zhang Liang. Alright. We took down all the wall units. We can actually just have our archers all climb on, and we can sit on their wall shooting inside. Their cavalry, if they don't dismount, they can't actually touch us. We also have to save some ammo for those guys over there. But I think our generals can kill them. We can capture this gate, have our generals reclaim their horses afterward, and then we can charge at those guys. We also have this unit still. He can come closer now. We need some brave souls to try to claim this gate. First, I need all these archers to get over here. Hold on. It'll take a little bit to organize. We want to get them settled in. That way we can get these guys settled this way. Right. That way they can start shooting at the cavalry once they line up. Zhang Liang can actually come out. He can get on his horse. We don't need him to open the doors. Oh, he's ready. Well, he has tranquility, so it's fine. But I don't know why he popped out. We didn't give him that command. We'll stand here and try to capture this gate. Look, our archers are on their wall shooting inside. This is pretty fun. Alright, we're capturing the gate. Zhang Liang can take the ladder the other way. We can do that, right? Get out of the way. Look at this guy. Still clump. Look at that queue. One at a time. Take your time, boys. Take your time. Zhang Liang was blocking him, I think. Oh, someone can die in here. Look at that. He probably got shot by a stray arrow or something. We can't go down. It's a one-way thing. Alright, we're gonna go out and claim our horses. He can come in too. Gate's under our control. Alright, all three generals go back to your horses. Our cavalry inside. We own the gate now. We're gonna pull out our spear units down. Oh, he's chased a long way. Look at those guys. They're actually getting shot right now. Idiots. Well, we give him the command, so who's stupid now? Which one's your horse? This one. Alright. He can start charging in first. He has recovery, so we're going to use that and grab this point with him. They're all lined up over there. We're going to ignore that. I'm sure our generals can win this fight for us. Alright, we don't have many enemies to face. Alright, we're gonna do this a little faster. Alright, we'll capture the next one too. Zhang Liang, wait a little bit. He doesn't have recovery after all. We'll disorient so they can't come bother us. Alright, we gotta capture the point first. Alright, Zhang Liang can come over now. Try to kill her. We gotta capture this point first though, or else they're gonna continue to shoot at us. They're not really interested in fighting us. Right, they get scared. Alright, if that's the case, no need to go easy. Let's chase her down. Nobody runs. 9Z militia, no issue. Run him through. We'll kill all the troops. Alright, elite cavalry. He's slowly getting here. This is gonna pick him off. Hold on. Why don't we? Never mind. We'll just let him stay alive. We don't need him. Alright, they beat that. Well, splash damage isn't very good against generals. It's not really much for it to splash on. There we go. Kill archers. Alright, kill strategists, and then we're done. Want her item. Alright, we'll let her run away to see if we can capture her. Alright, that was a long fight, but we won. Alrighty. So, this is turn 5, maybe? And Lu Zhi is gone. We captured her. We're executing her for the item. And we're taking the city. So we destroy Lu Zhi, and Huang Shao joins the rebellion. And we get to pick if we want him to create a new faction or join us. As I said, I want him to join us. So, it is turn 6, not turn 5. But we basically wiped out Lu Zhi already. Things are going very smoothly. The rebellion hasn't even started. There's still 2 more turns for that. And our new enemies, Liu Hong and Liu Chong. Liu Hong hasn't declared war on us yet, but Liu Chong has declared war on us. We're just going to be replenishing over here. But I think everyone got a good feel of how we play. Defensive bonuses, defensive zeal bonuses, defensive stat bonuses. Now that we have established a I guess beachhead here with the small city of Henei, we can just defend here and leave our other 2 brothers to do the attacking in the north as we hold off against all challengers over here. In terms of our special units, these are very good. The encourage is very good. The high morale is ridiculously good. As we saw, Lu Zhi's unbreakable spear units obviously is better because we have to kill every single one, but these are pretty good second place unit. Also, encourage helps other units around as well. Tyrant Slayers, they're good, but I don't think they're essential. Having 1 or 2 is definitely helpful. I didn't protect them very well because they're weak to range units, so they took a lot of damage in that second fight. If I had done a better job protecting them, they're obviously great units. Their upkeep isn't that high. 109 is very reasonable, and their charge is ridiculous. 292 is very, very high charge damage, and the triple damage against enemy generals are obviously great as well. So that's the, well, it's not triple, it's actually 4 times damage, because it's 23 here, and when we're doing the fighting it was 92, because it's plus 300%. So it's actually 4 times damage. So very, very strong unit. Interesting faction. You are on the front line, so there's a lot of action. So if you guys enjoy that, definitely play them. But you're still on the back foot because your bonuses all associated with defending your land. So there's that. But also a good choice for co-op, like I said. So we're going to wrap up our preview here for Zhang Liang. We're going to also do a Zhang Bao video later on today. It's going to be a really short one because after Zhang Jiao and Zhang Liang, I'm sure most of you have a great grasp on how to play the Yellow Turbans. We're just going to cover his special units and how his zeal gain is different from the other 2 brothers. And that's about it. Since that will be a short video, what I'm also going to do today is I'm going to do a 3rd preview video later tonight about Liu Biao. Liu Biao is also a playable faction in the year 182. His faction actually seen a lot of change from the base game. He actually has a new faction resource that was not there in the base game. So he's getting a revamp. So we're going to go take a look at that. And tomorrow, the eve of the release, we're going to focus the whole day on multiple episodes of Liu Hong, because there's going to be a lot of lore related topics when we talk about Liu Hong. We talk about his court, and then we also get to play a few episodes there just because the time needed to cover all the lore materials. And he also plays very differently. He has a lot of different faction mechanics to cover. So we're going to be doing Liu Hong for the whole day tomorrow. And then when we finally get the release out and we are off the press build, the beta build, I'll be starting a full campaign. I still have not decided on who. I'll probably put a poll out. I'll pick a few of my favorite ones from all the ones I've tried so far, and you guys can help me decide the final one that we're going to be playing. So hope you guys enjoy this preview, and see you all next time. Bye!